God, man, this team really knows how to lose. And that is the most upsetting thing to say. You never want to have to say that about your team. But the New Orleans Saints know how to lose. We do. You can really tell on that field today we missed Michael Thomas, without a doubt. But let me go ahead and start this off by recapping the score and telling you guys what happened on this fateful night. The New Orleans Saints lost to the Green Bay Packers 37-30 to drop to 1-2. That's not a fun record to have. 1-2 is not a fun record to have, but when you look at the amount of adversity we've had over the start of the season, I'm glad we're not 0-3. I'm not happy about the 1-2 start at all. It's not fun, but that's what we are right now. We have to take it on the chin and move forward. I could tell you I'm not as upset about this loss than I was about last week's loss against the Las Vegas Raiders. This was a good team. The Green Bay Packers are not bad. I don't think they're good. I really don't think they're that good. I think that we beat ourselves in this game more than anything, but I have to give them at least some credit where credit is due. Aaron Rodgers played good. It just was a bit of a shitstorm for the Saints. We played like absolute garbage at some periods, and we played really good at other periods. The first thing I want to talk about in this recap and review is the fact that Drew Brees is literally a shell of himself without Michael Thomas. Now, you may look at the stats and be like, he had a pretty good game, which he did, outside of the fact that this dude literally had absolutely nothing to do but check it down to Alvin Kamara. Drew Brees threw 36 passes, 14 of them were to Alvin Kamara. Now, that may not sound like a huge ratio, but it wouldn't be that way with Michael Thomas in the roster. And I'm not saying that Alvin Kamara isn't capable of being a good receiver. It just, when a lot of it is easy to pick up, Alvin Kamara, a lot of it, they're checkdowns. It does not work for the longevity of the game. Alvin Kamara did a fantastic job this game, but I'm just saying, my man's Drew Brees needs his number one target back and definitely needs to spread the field a lot better than he's been doing. I don't like it. Michael Thomas is 100% a necessity, and the fact that he might come back next week makes me extremely happy. But he's a really big reason why we lost this game. Another reason we lost this game is the fact that Janoris Jenkins does not know how to cover anybody without literally physically assaulting them in the final minutes of the game. 2 pass interference calls to put this game on ice. One on 3rd and 5. Okay, well, I'm not even going to get on him that much for the 3rd and 5 one. The fact that it was... No, actually, I am. Demario Davis went off sides on that 3rd and 5 play. Yes, I understand that. But they wouldn't have been on the 1-yard line. They would have gotten a first down, whatever. But they wouldn't have been on the 1-yard line. Janoris Jenkins was in the back of the end zone, literally groping a Green Bay Packers player, and that is the reason we lost. That combined with the other one after that, Janoris, why is it so difficult to cover somebody in the final minutes of a game? Why do you struggle so bad with it? I will never understand. Why? It just doesn't make sense to me. Another reason we lost, besides Janoris Jenkins not knowing how to cover in the final minutes of a game, were penalties. Why is this team so not disciplined? 9 penalties for 89 yards. I don't understand why there are so many penalties. It has been throughout the past 3 games. Last week we had 10 penalties for like 130-something yards. Why are we so not disciplined? Why are there so many issues with just penalties? I don't understand it. Besides penalties, another result of the undisciplined play of our team was that I don't even know how many yard bomb by Aaron Rodgers that was on P.J. Williams. P.J. Williams, I hate you, by the way. I don't even know why Chauncey Gardner-Johnson wasn't in his spot right there. Why was P.J. left alone with somebody? He's literally garbage. That and Marshawn Lattimore and Malcolm Jenkins allowing that monstrous catch to Allen Lazard. The undisciplined play of this team is insane. Another reason we lost this game was the play calling and a couple of specific instances to ring a really big bell to your memory. Sean Payton, stop trying to be cute. It's not cute. It isn't. It isn't. Why? What? That play where we decided to Okay, let me give you some perspective real quick before I go into this stupid-ass play call. Let me give you some perspective. So, the drive before this, the last time the Saints had the ball, okay, Alvin Kamara had a 56-yard receiving touchdown in which he broke 5 tackles and still scored. And then after that, the New Orleans Saints held Aaron Jones on 4th and 1. We got the ball back after they didn't get the first down, and Sean Payton decides to do what he always does. He decides to screw everything up with horrible play calling. And the one thing, I literally, and I'm not being biased either, I said this. I was on my couch and I said, Jesus Christ, why is Taysom Hill on the field? Why? When Drew Brees is doing a great job at giving the ball to Kamara and allowing him to create allowing him to create plays for himself, he's kind of attempting to spread the ball. Why are we giving it to Taysom Hill? Not even that. Why aren't we running the football when it was doing so great? Why would you put Taysom Hill under center and do that stupid, dumb, retarded-ass misdirection play that nobody falls for anymore? Why? That resulted in a Taysom Hill fumble that inadvertently lost us the game. Sean Payton, stop trying to get cute, bro. It's genuinely so annoying. I am so sick of it. I can't stand it. This is a classic example of the New Orleans Saints beating themselves. The penalties, the turnover, the penalties, the play calling, all of it. We beat ourselves. We are 1-2 because we decided to go 1-2. Aaron Rodgers had a couple good plays. They didn't beat us. The defense allowed 37 points. I'm not saying that Aaron Rodgers didn't score 37 points, but the defense had a couple of plays where they just decided, you know what? Let me go ahead and just screw this whole defensive drive up because guess what? It's 3rd down. And you know what that means? When the Saints defense has an opponent on 3rd down, guess what? Guess what, guys? Guess what? We cause a penalty every time. It never fails. It never fails. It never fails. It's genuinely so annoying. They can't get off the field. We are our own worst enemy, and it pisses me off. But I will say, aside from all the negatives, those who are mad at me because I've been listing nothing but negatives, beside the negatives, I am impressed with how close we kept this game. I genuinely am. Before the dumbass Taysom Hill call that resulted in a fumble, the New Orleans Saints, and the 3-and-out after that, because Sean Payton's play calling is literally whatever. Besides that, we kept this game close. It was 27-27 before all that stuff happened. We did a good job of keeping the game close. We held our own. I liked that the New Orleans Saints kept this so close with the team that's as good as the Packers. I really don't think they're that good. But let's go over some stats here, boys, since, it is what it is. The New Orleans Saints, I think, did a good job for what they have. Thank God. Thank God. Boys, we play the Detroit Lions next week, and after that we play the Chargers. So if we're not 4-2 after this week, we riot. But let's go ahead and look at some stats because I'm genuinely just not in the mood to talk about this game all too much. I'm trying to find, stats. New Orleans Saints, Drew Brees went 29 for 36, 13 of those being checkdowns to Alvin Kamara. He had 3 touchdowns, 288 yards, no interceptions. That's the thing about Drew Brees. He may not have the young gun bazooka arm anymore, but he does have the really good decision-making. Latavius Murray had 12 attempts for 58 yards before we abandoned the run. Alvin Kamara had 6 attempts for 58 yards before we abandoned the run. Taysom Hill had 2 attempts for 6 yards and a fumble. Alvin Kamara had 14 targets for 13 receptions, 139 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Another monstrous game from Alvin Kamara. He's the best running back in the league. Emmanuel Sanders got involved a little bit with 4 touchdowns, 56 yards, or 4 receptions, 56 yards, and a touchdown. Traquan Smith had 4 receptions for 42 yards. Thought he would do more. And that's about it. Jared Cook also got hurt this game. Not a lot of good out of this. I know it seems like I'm backtracking a lot, but just the more I look at things, the more I hate this game. It doesn't hurt as bad as the Vegas Raiders game did, but I still have a bone to pick with this team. If the New Orleans Saints are not 4-2, where's Cameron Jordan? Where's Cameron Jordan? Did he take a hike? Is he on vacation? Did he not report to the NFL yet? He must have opted out because of Corona. Where's Cameron Jordan? He's been a ghost. Anyway, if we're not 4-2, come week 5, we riot. This team's not going anywhere if we're not 4-2 after week 5, and that's a promise. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know down in the comment section what you feel about the game, and I'll see you boys in the next one. Adios. Yeah.